Jai Shri Mataji. Good morning, everyone. Let's bow down to Shri Mataji, raise our Mother Kundalini, and put Bandhan. Shri Ganesh Mantra. Let us bring our attention on our heart. Shri Mataji, kindly come into our heart. By your grace, I am a pure spirit. Let us bring our attention on right Swadhisthana and Navi. Shri Mataji, kindly cool down our attention. Kindly purify our attention. Let's bring our attention on Sahasrara. Thank you, Shri Mataji, for giving us self-realization. Kindly help us to establish our realization fully. Please bless us with thoughtless awareness state. Let us listen to Shri Mataji's speech.
Today is a special day of Guru Nanak's birthday. We have celebrated one Guru Puja, uh, and as you know that Guru Nanak was also the incarnation of the primordial master. The same spirit came on this earth, and he's the one who tried to re-establish the work of Muhammad. Muhammad was the incarnation of the same spirit, the primordial master. He came on this earth to establish a religion. Islam is the name of that religion, is the religion of every Sahajogi, of every Christian, of every Hindu. We all belong to one religion which believes in expanding our awareness to the new perception of collectivity. From human level to the higher level, where you can perceive and manifest the divine power. This is the religion we are following. All the religions were established on this earth to create the seekers. You are the seekers. You are the men of God. Now all of you have to become prophets. And to become prophets, today's Sahaja Yoga has taken the form of Mahayoga. All of you have to become prophets. The prophets have two special qualities, as all the prophets have. First of all, they have to talk about spiritual education. All of them did that. Muhammad Sahib did it, Raja Janaka did it, Nanaka did it, Moses did it, Abraham did it. All of them prophesied and taught you how to lead yourself in the right path, by the right action, by leading a right life. You are going to be the prophets of a little different nature. You are prophets, you are Islamic, you are Jews, you are Parsis, you are all those, but you are going to become prophets, which are called as Peer in Islam. In Hindu scriptures it's called as Atma Sakshatkari, Atmajas. In the way Nanaka has described, he calls them Par. But you are endowed with a greater power. There's more power in it. They had a bigger propensity. you have another delicate power by which you can raise the Kundalini of people. You are going to be prophets who are going to make others prophets. Not only to establish religion, but to make them prophets. This is the most important thing. Not just to maintain a static state of righteous, religious, good people, but that to evolve those seekers, those righteous, good, religious people into prophets. And those prophets whom you will evolve will also be the same type of prophets, but they will also have this additional power by which they will also evolve. That is why it is a Mahayoga. This is the greatest work in the history of all spiritual history. That you are the prophets who are looking after the men of God, and you are going to transform them into prophets. To have so many prophets now for me, can't imagine how happy I must be feeling. I've been sometimes very, very sharp with you. Sometimes I had to goad you. Sometimes I had to love you, express my love in that way that you could feel that mother is very kind. Sometimes I had to be very critical, sometimes also angry. Behind all these aspects of your mother, she is nothing but love. Because she loves you so much, and she knows that you have to be the prophets. Your caliber may not be of the same level as those prophets, maybe, you can't say. But definitely you have got special powers. Like you can say an old Rolls Royce might be a better car as far as the propensity goes, or an effect goes, or its behavior goes, is a good car. But one of the modern ones may have more capacity to show new acrobats. For example, it may tumble down, it may go round the whole place, and nothing will happen. Maybe after some time you might find a car which goes halfway and comes up a little like a hovercraft, and then goes in the air and then again drops back. So this new generation of great prophets are here before me. But the big difference between them and you is this, that none of them had a mother to guide them, to love them, to encourage them when they were depressed, and also to spoil them. But you have here a mother who may apparently look to be spoiling her children. But she is the master of masters, and she knows how far to take them and how to correct them. Now for all of you, I have to tell you that you have to develop your independent discretion. First of all, we have to know that in this new realm where you have entered, you have to have proper spiritual education, about which I have given you so many lectures and things. But education doesn't mean listening to lectures after realization. It means it should be imbibed within you. It should penetrate into your veins and into your every artery, into every cell of your being. You have to educate yourself spiritually. And Guru Nanaka prophesied, just like William Blake, that the men of God are going to come during Kali Yuga. And there will be many prophets who will be transforming prophets, who will be transforming people into prophet state. He had prophesied. They have all prophesied about you. Now you have to prophesy about those who are going to be prophets. But as it is, you know that we need spiritual education. Because your Guru is a mother, we lack discipline. There is complete freedom for all of you. You know that if you go to a Guru, what kind of discipline you have to observe. I mean the real one also. Unreal of course. But even the real ones, how they test your attention. Even for the smallest thing, how they treat you. I'll give an example of Ravi Shankar, who was a very great, you know who is a very great sitar player. My father was an advisor to the Maharaja of Mayar, where their Guru was living. This Guru was a Muslim, but he used to worship Kali, Mother, used to worship Mother. And very self-disciplined man. They say he died at the age of 110 or 120. Alauddin Khaza. And this Ravi Shankar was there. I saw him as a young man. And this Ali Akbar whom you heard. They were literally frightened of their Guru, who was a master himself. He knew so many of these instruments. One day, my father, whom he used to respect very much, always used to bow to him. Though he was a Muslim, they touched feet, you see, because my father was a great connoisseur of music and a supporter of music. And he bowed to him and he said, now should I play? So he said, why not ask your disciple, this Ravi Shankar, to play? And he said, yes, come along, play. He said, not today, sir. Please, not today. He was very frightened. Then he said, all right, let it be. He started playing. He used to play on mridanga. He used to play beautiful mridanga. Tremendous. I mean, can't imagine. He was a realized soul, no doubt. Then Ravi Shankar, when he finished and all that, and he bowed to my father, and he went away. Then Ravi Shankar came to my father and he said, don't ask me to play before my Guruji. He lifted his hair and showed, see here, do you see this bump? This morning only he hit me with my sitar which broke, and this is the bump I've got. So my father said, what did you do? He said, only one note I played wrong. That too not wrong, but little out of tune. And on that point, he has broken this part of my head, and I have been in this terrible pain. And he said, you are not to see any doctor. And really there was a big bump. He had covered it like that. That's why today they have fame as great masters. Because to be masters, you have to obey your master and to discipline yourself. The spiritual education in Sahaja Yoga under Mataji Nirmala Devi is absolutely left to your own wisdom. There is no force, there is no compulsion, there is no organization. It is you who has to feel the joy of your spirit, and it is you who has to share it with others. It is you who has to raise the Kundalini of others. Now, today, when we are thinking of a great prophet who on this earth came to establish good relationships between Hindus and Muslims. Imagine, when Muhammad Sahib came, he did not know that he was facing these horrible people there who murdered him. Actually, they murdered him. They gave him poison. And when he died, he said that there will not be any need for any prophet to come in. Naturally, if you torture somebody, what else he is going to say? Also, he felt that whatever he has said, it being such a truth, it will definitely prosper, and the seed has been sown. And he said there is no need for another advent of a master. But he found out that there was a big aggression by the so-called followers of Muhammad, who talked of nothing but rahmat, is compassion. Now, before his death, he encountered all kinds of attacks from the negative people. All, the worst of all, I think he has suffered the worst. He had to move from places to places, hiding. Can you close the door? Hiding the children away from negative forces. Tribes to tribes. It was a tremendous life, the way he led it. And all his life, there was nothing but struggle for existence. Only struggle for existence. When Nanaka came in, he saw that Hindus and Muslims were fighting. So he started his theme with Kabira, saying that Ram and Rahim are both the same. And how can you differentiate between the two? All their theme was like this, of integration of these two main religions which existed in India. That time, there was no question of giving realization. People were trying to defend their faiths and fight each other and kill each other. Imagine. Created by the same spirit, fighting among themselves. How silly it must be and absurd. in many places, Nanak Sahib has proved that he was Muhammad. Once he was lying down and his feet were towards Mecca. So people said, how can you put your feet towards Mecca? He had Muslim disciples and also Hindu disciples. He said, all right, whichever way you say, I'll put my feet. So he turned around his feet. They said, still you are towards Mecca. He went round and round and round. Still they saw him facing Mecca. And they could not understand how it was that he was facing, his feet were towards Mecca. That Mecca was at his lotus feet. Same with Muhammad. Now all these great incarnations had a special power over water. Because you know, in the stomach we have our void and Nabhi Chakra, which is made of ocean. Ocean represents the incarnation of Adi Guru, Dattatreya. These had great powers of oceans and over water. Like Moses, he crossed the ocean by creating a road. That's one of the very significant things, which shows that the void can be crossed with the help of the Guru. And even Muhammad Sahib had a tremendous power over ocean. Then Nanaka once put his hand on a rock and water started coming out of that. People were amazed how it started, and that's why it is called as Panja Sahib. Panja means the hand. Panja means the 5 fingers, you see, like this. What do you say to this? This part, like that. Hand. Huh? Hand with 5 fingers. No, not the palm. The whole thing. Like this is a panja. Hand, but hand can be like this, you see. This way. There is no word. Alright. So this is panja. This is 5. And Punjab is 5 waters. 5 rivers. In that area are called Punjab. Now, another thing about all these incarnations had to deal with your attention. So they were particular about looking after your attention. And that is why from the time Moses or Abraham came in, they talked of no alcoholism. All of them. It is written very clearly in the Bible that these strong alcohols, fermented, should not be taken. If you don't want to read it, one need not. But they think it was Moses who said it and Christ did not say. So Christians can take it, the Moses people should not take it. There is no breaking of link between Moses and Christ. They are of the same tree, of the same pattern, of the same thing. But those who want to use Moses for their own purpose will follow as much as Moses has said, and those who want to follow Christ will follow only as much as Christ has said, because it's very good for them. For such useless people, Sahaja Yoga has no place. We have to understand that all these people have said for our good and for the maintenance of our spiritual life. And none of them are to be criticized or to be challenged, but to be fully respected as our Guru. All of them. Whether one belongs to Islam religion or to the Jew religion or to the Christian religion or to the Hindu religion, and if they are fanatic, they are going against their Guru. It is against their Guru. So they were against fanaticism. First thing, they were against alcoholism. That's the first thing. They thought because somehow human beings take to alcoholism very fast. At the time of Muhammad Sahib, people did not know how to smoke. Then they developed, became modern. At the time of Nanaka, they started smoking, so he prohibited that. But Muhammad Sahib said that anything that goes against your awareness, any intoxication of any kind, he gave a very general instruction, is against God. So our training, our spiritual education should be that we cannot be fanatics anymore. If you are fanatic anymore, or you are identified with any one of your old ideas, then beware. Be very, very careful. You cannot have fanatic ideas anymore if you want to be a good Sahajogi or a Mahayogi, meaning a person who is a prophet, not only a prophet, but who is capable of transforming others into prophets.
Mahamantras.
Mahakali, Trigu
Thank you, Shri Mataji, for this collective meditation. Thank you for all your blessings. Jai Shri Mataji. Let's bow down to Shri Mataji, raise our Mother Kundalini and put Bandhan. We will continue our morning meditation tomorrow, same time. Jai Shri Mataji.